Have you ever noticed any of these horses beside the railway line when you've been travelling between Wolverhampton and Birmingham? If you have, you might have wondered why they're there. The easiest horse to spot, and probably the one that's in the best condition, is on platform 7 at Birmingham's New Street station. But this isn't one of the original 12 horses. More on that later. Today we also go searching for 3 of the horses that appear to be missing, and witness a reunion as the original artist comes back to look at his creations nearly 40 years on.
The piece is called Iron Horses, and the whole idea came about to West Midlands Arts and British Rail.
This special train ride film from the late 1980s features the artist Kevin Atherton, who was commissioned to make the 12 iron horses. They were all placed at intervals along the route of the Stour Valley line. This is Kevin's original map showing where they were all installed. And this was the official unveiling on the 12th of March 1987 at Wolverhampton station. As you can see, the horse needed a bit of coaxing to make an appearance. All of the horses were manufactured at a foundry at Digbeth in Birmingham and were placed at regular intervals on both sides of the track. And this is the horse we saw from the train window, sighted in Smethwick. Nearly 40 years later, it's still there and still visible from passing trains. Nearby, another horse, this time rearing up after being spooked. A lot of these sculptures are in remote areas close to the railway line. I'm walking along a towpath at the moment to find the next one, which I'm reliably informed isn't too far away. Although they've weathered well, some are looking a bit rusty. But they're still racing the trains. This is one of my favourite horses. It's in a paddock in Tipton. It's jumping a fence, but as you can see, it seems to have lost its tail. But that's not all that's gone. With the 40th anniversary approaching, Birmingham's Icon Gallery, with help from Black Country photographer Tom Hicks, decided to look at what could be done to celebrate. However, they soon realised that some of the horses were missing.
Tom did a lot of work online. He was looking at satellite imagery to see if he could locate the horses, to pinpoint them. And then we had a whole day when we went and tried to find them in situ, and we could only locate 9 of them at the time. So there were 3 missing.
Transport Matters was keen to help solve the mystery and quickly located one of the horses behind a warehouse near Sandwell and Dudley station. This is one of the other missing horses, listed as being on wasteland near what was Bilston Steelworks. With the help of Kevin Atherton's book on the iron horses and his original map, along with a historical website and Google Earth, I pinpointed a possible location for the missing horse. It meant wading through undergrowth and dodging trees on what was a bit of a long shot. We're just following the line of the railway fencing. Can hear a train going by. But it looks like the hunch was right, because there is one of the missing horses. No longer visible to passing trains, nearly 4 decades of growth has obscured the view of the horse from the line. But thankfully, it's still there. Which is more than can be said for the final missing horse. It used to be close to Wolverhampton station. It's a mystery where it's gone. It used to be just at the end of that train. You could see it from the platform, but not anymore. Seen from another angle, it seems like the horse was removed to allow a new access point to the tracks, and that could have happened as long as a decade ago. Which means the chances of finding the horse are pretty remote. Do you know where it is?
So we're hoping that the horse is actually maybe inside or propped up against the tram sheds. So we hope that it hasn't moved that far, and we certainly hope that it hasn't been sold for scrap.
Artist Kevin Atherton hopes that too. Now 75, he was in the region recently to view the horses.
These are big things. You don't put them in there, they're not things you can put in your pocket. And the missing one at Wolverhampton, somebody knows. I mean, it's either in somebody's garden, it can hardly be in their living room, or it's in a siding somewhere.
Thankfully, all the other horses can still be seen, including this one near the car park at Coseley Station, and another now named Rosie after being restored by volunteers and placed on the station platform. And then of course there's the one on Wolverhampton's platform 2, the one that was used for the unveiling back in 1987. Now there are plans to restore or replace them to mark the 40th anniversary.
I'd like to see the horses repaired and made more visible and celebrated, really.
Oh, and what about the horse at New Street Station? It's not one of the original 12, but why?
3 years after the piece was installed, and already after 3 years it was clear that the piece was popular. And so British Rail came back to me and they were building on that site and they said, we're going to have to remove that one, so we would like you to make another one.
Although replaced, the original horse is also missing. So the big question is, do you know where the missing horses are? If you do, let us know. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed the tale of the missing horses. If so, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tell all your friends about the channel. See you again soon.